Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to be making this pretty card with a nice pretty butterfly. Okay, so I've already prepared the card. So I've got my blue background and I've got my other background ready to go on. I'm going to show you now how we distress the edges. So literally an old pair of scissors, these broke not long back, so I keep them open now, and that's exactly what I do now. Just keep on backwards and forwards. Move this card out of the way, it's getting dusty. You can distress it as much as you like. You can proper give it a battering or just as you like. On the corners you have to be a little bit careful because they rip. Let me turn that off. Give it a good scraping so you can see now that those edges are all ripped. Next thing I do is I take a bit where I want it to be ripped and then I roll it into my finger either way. So all you've done is done a slit. I always as well strengthen the paper as well with a bit of cardboard. I've gone through this in another video I've done. It just gives more stability to the card. But I rip, you can see where I've just tore that little piece away. And then I roll in my fingers backwards and forwards like that. And then again it just distresses it a little bit more like that. And then pick another corner. Like that. Again, do that. You can do that as many times as you like. Up to you. You don't have to tear it. You can just leave it. And then I won't do it on this card because I'm going to be putting corners. But sometimes what I'll do, I'll show you, up this one, I'll show you, it just fold that in on itself like that so it points upwards a little bit more. That looks nice as well. But for now, we'll keep that flat so we can get our corners on nice and level. Okay, so get your card, work out where you want it, put good amount of glue on, and then pop it where you want it and then press down. Okay, put a new glue stick in. If you can hear snoring again, that's Bobber the bulldog. Right then, next thing is the sisal. Funny name. Sisal is this thin stringy stuff that let me move that so you can see. It's like stringy fibery sort of stuff, so I like to spread it out a little bit like that so it's quite fine like that. And then I'm going to put the flower in the middle. A lot of ladies were telling me that they get a lot of bulk on the bottom of the flower there, and then it goes lopsided. What I tend to do is I put loads of glue on, quite a big amount, look. And then what you're doing then is you're going straight into the centre on this one, and then all you do is you hold that flower in place. The sisal helps keep it upright to stop it toppling, but I have used it on cards where I haven't used the sisal before. All you've got to do is keep hold of the flower, put plenty of glue on, keep hold of the flower as long as you can until it's near enough. The glue has got to solidify some, and then it'll prop it up then. Normal glue wouldn't work on this because obviously it takes ages to dry, so it would topple. A glue gun is a must, especially for the way I do the flowers and the way I stick them on. Okay, so the flower now is stuck down, and it's stuck down the sisal. So we'll do the leaves now. I've coloured the leaves in already because I've already got a video on how to do the veins on the leaves and how I shape them, so just saves the video being a week long again. So just give it a little bit of folding there so it's a little bit distressed, more like a leaf. Okay, glue gun again. There. I tend to use my pokey tool just to lift the petals up. Again. Lift up again. And then hold it down with your pokey tool. Like that. So that's flower in the middle. Right then, let's do the colours. So again, I've already coloured them because we all know how to colour paper. So now is the messy gluing bit. Let me just get a piece of card so I'm not gluing. There we go. Okay, so this one I used the Tombow, the aqua one, the blue one. Any water-based glue will do. So go all over your little bits to stick them down. Bubba, stop it. God. Not everybody wants to hear you snorting. Right then. Put the lid on. Then, I mentioned this before as well, I like to get a tissue. I like to push it down a bit of paper, take the excess glue off, and this will stop, you know, when it all leaks out on the sides of your card when you're using wet glue. Such a pain. You want it to put it down nice and neatly, and then you've got all these globs of glue down. That stops it. So let's put. Bubba, crikey man. As soon as I get filming, you start with the gasping and the snorting, the farting and the burping. I've got my other doggy in the room as well today. He's a black Labrador. He's called Benji. And he's a good boy, isn't he? He's not like Bubba. Turn it around, put the other corner on. Not like Bubba, he's a good boy, Benji is. Benji is nearly 11, so he's an old man now. Bubba is still in his prime. He's only, I think, 3.5, I think. So he's still a nightmare sometimes. So there's, you both got, I only want 2 corners today. I've got these little things from eBay as well. It was on some, you get like a trail of this, it was. I've got 1 metre full from eBay. Like I say, I'll link it all down below where I get it from, so you can find it easy enough. So again, a little bit of glue there, and then put that one there. Good. On there. Okay, what is next? Butterfly. This one is just a white piece. Let me move that again so you can see. White piece which I've die cut out. This is the Tattered Lace Butterfly. Inked it black with a distress ink, black soot, and then I've glued on some black crystal gems, so that looks nice and pretty when it hits the light. So these are a pain to stick down as well. So what I'm going to do is use a little bit of the flower petal to hold it up. So I tend to look where the head's going, you know, that bit there, see where it's, what petal it's going to hit. And then I'm going to put 2 pieces of glue on the tail there. So again, a little bit of glue on the head bit, on the 2 pointy bits of the tail, and then press down there. And then it will rest on that flower head and it will dry and it will set and it won't move. Yeah, it's done that now. I love working with a glue gun because it's so instant and stuck. So yeah, that's that bit done. Right then, I've got a little ribbon there. These are from eBay as well. You can get a whole pack. So I forget how many's in a pack, but again, I'll link it below. So this one goes on that corner. So again, a little bit of glue on the back bit, and then pop it on that corner. Okay. Now this is the sentiment I've done, which I'm going to go over colouring it in a minute. That's the one I've already pre-done. I like to pre-do things as well, because otherwise I've only got so much memory on my phone, you see, so I haven't got hours and hours like some people have to film. So we pop that there. And now I'll go show you how I do the sentiments, because somebody had asked me that on my last video. So put the card down a minute. I've got one here. So I like to use these shapes because my words, they're quite small, so I don't want something too big because it takes half the card up. Let me get my little card again so I don't waste it. So again, same colour blue. I've already, this is just a standard dauber again. So you're working half on the paper and half onto your project. So you start off first and then gently put pressure on and keep circling it. And you see how I'm working half on the paper, half on the sentiment piece of card there, let's see. And that's where you'll get a darker edge and a more blended in the centre. Then you turn it round again corners are always hard to do that in because it catches on the sponge, so you just have to do it lightly the other way. Again, circles about the size of a 10p, which we're in the UK, so 10p, how big's a 10p? Teaspoon size circles. See how that gives like a darker colour and then it fades into the middle. It's pretty. If you dabbed your ink and then went straight onto the card itself, it would mark and you wouldn't be able to blend it out. You have to do the blending bit by bit. And always, if you dip into your ink, especially if it's a new ink pad and you've got lots of ink and you went straight on, it would mark as well. So you're best to dab it off with a little bit of tissue before you go in. It's always best to work with a drier dauber rather than saturated through too much with ink. Again, if you want more colour, you put more pressure on. Don't necessarily keep going back to the ink. Okay, so I'm pressing on a little bit more now, and I'm bringing that colour now into the centre more. Yeah, can you see how the blue is around there? Now what looks pretty as well, which I will show you, I wasn't going to, but I will, I'll show you now. Quickly get a darker one. So this is another dauber with a darker blue on. Well, it's a richer blue, isn't it? Royal blue. And you can then go again, start on the paper and circles again very lightly. And then you can go, so you can go one way clockwise and then you can go anti-clockwise. And that gives a brighter blue into a lighter blue. That also looks very pretty. You can do that with any colour, orange and red, any colour. Obviously, if you know you're mixing of your colours, if you put like green and blue together, no, yellow and blue, you're going to get green. You know what I mean? So if my first colour was yellow and then I went in with the blue, then the two gradients would go green. So you do have to be careful what colour you mix it with. But that's blending in your sentiment there. And you get a nice darker outline and then it graduates into your shaded colour. Let's take this away now so you can see. Oh, we're glued. There we go. So that's that. What there? I'm going to stamp now. So I like this one today. We've got especially for you. Okay. And then I forgot to move it. This one's a little bit. That's it. This one's a little bit more curved, I forgot. And then press down. And then that's your sentiment done. Okay, so that's how you do those. Let's get back to the card. Okay, we're going to put the gems on now. So you can still use a glue gun for putting the gems on, but you do have to be very careful because obviously the glue from a glue gun can proper go everywhere. So I'm putting tiny ones on here, a little bit. I always put it on and then I'll do circles to drag it away to stop all the too many strings, because you do get a lot of strings when you're playing with a glue gun. So again, on, and then that's it. You circle it until the string loosens off. ruined a card just. I was making another card. And this is look at that scruffy glue gun, yeah, it's a really old one. And I've got my new one out. Put it on, thought, yeah, lovely. Nice new one, it was really good. I went to stick the butterfly on and it carried on pouring out. So it ruined my card, I weren't happy at all. It literally just kept on. It was like I kept on pressing the trigger continuously, it wouldn't stop. I was furious. So I put a gem on a corner. On that corner. That's it. And we're going to put the little swirly bits on now. So, again, because you're hiding this under the petals anyway, so any messy glue you won't see. I like to sometimes pop it on top of the leaf so it shows. There you go. And then again. Can you hear Bubba then? You definitely could hear Bubba then, couldn't you? Snort. I have to put up with that all the time. But I do love him lots. So then put the swirly bit there. And that's today's card. Let's have a look at the other one. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'm going to try and get another video done because I haven't filmed for a couple of weeks. So hopefully I'll upload another one in a minute. But I hope you like this one. Any questions, leave me a comment or message me. And I will link everything I've used down below so you can find everything. Okay, take care. See you all soon. Bye-bye.